Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 and Lauren O'Neill, who joined us because her show starts right now after ours. Now, it's been teased for months and months. And then hours and days. And this morning specifically after an announcement dropped last night from Riot Mike about Riot Fest leaving Douglas Park and RiotLand being created. So we have on the phone with us the creator of Riot Fest, Riot Mike. Welcome to the show, Riot Mike.
So, hello, and I think this is now becoming an annual thing that if we broke this pattern of somehow we're going to announce this together.
I love it.
And yeah, so it's like the Brian, Kenzie, and Lauren, and sometimes Mike's show.
Sell that.
We are fine with that. And first off, you know, the announcement last night certainly drew shockwaves. Every news outlet in Chicagoland and in the country, many of them covering this story of the legendary Riot Fest leaving Douglas Park after 9 years and what the tradition of the best fest in the world is. And now we're just going to lay it out to you to explain to us, because we've been dying all morning, what is RiotLand?
Wow. There's a little story to this. So the elephant in the room, of course, that was yesterday. Now, that's a story for another time, because really what we're going to be talking about is the culmination of what we've worked on for the past X amount of weeks. Everything seems like it's been a year and a half, because the countless hours, and not only myself and the focus, it's everybody around me. You know, this was meant to be in Chicago. But it took a blank canvas and a township that cared to allow us to build it. So, the RiotLand map is up. I think it's the greatest town ever created. And once you start peeling the layers on this, and everybody who's listening should know, it's on the website right now. It should be, but there was so much traffic to the website this morning. We've never seen anything like it. So I guess something happened last night that I was unaware of, because I just continued on working with the team to get this up. So as you look at it, you're like, wow, that's crazy. And I'm sure, are you looking at it right now?
I just pulled it up. Oh, my God.
So I am leading you to the front gates. Let's visualize this a little bit.
Okay.
Just choose your own adventure. Woo. There are Easter eggs everywhere, and there's a lot of meaning as soon as you start peeling back some of the layers. And this is where nobody knows about this. I don't know how people are reacting to this on the internet or anything, right? So what I want out of you, if possible, give me your first response after seeing this, knowing that this would be built in September.
First, how, but second, yay!
Mine, I may have to hit the dump button on, like holy S.
Yeah.
And I don't know if before you continue and describe this, should we say now, where is RiotLand?
It's in Bridgeview, Illinois. So when you look at the municipal water tower, that they're on the map that says RiotLand,
yes,
that's happening because they believe in what we're doing, what we're about. And that is a unique and novel feeling for me.
To feel
welcomed. Because of that, we got to do this.
Wow.
So walk into the gates, zoom in, hit any buttons with the pins that are in there, and knowing this is just kind of, I don't know how you put it, a sneak peek of how this is actually going to be turned into a virtual world during the build. And what you don't see is what's going on behind those buildings. But go ahead. I can answer questions. I've been building this. It's like a little city planner in a way, with great music that's coming in an hour that we're announcing. But we'll get to that too.
Yeah, so another announcement coming at 11 with the bands, unless we can pry one out of Riot Mike right now, which I think we will be too in a couple more seconds. But so RiotLand is in Bridgeview, and it will be right by SeatGeek Stadium, to be a little more specific on people giving them a perspective of where it is.
Yeah. So it's in SeaTape Stadium, and we transformed the entire site, every inch of it, into what you see.
I don't even know where to start. There's so many incredible visuals.
How about we start with the early ideas?
Okay.
Right, that we wanted as part of our town. So if you go all the way to the right, you will see a stage there that says Cabaret Metro.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
A few weeks back, I went to Joe with this idea, and I told him I couldn't build RiotLand without having Metro a part of it. Yeah. That was the sense of it. This is that we all know how important that venue is, and anybody building a town would want Metro in that town. It's the keys to the city when it comes to music. That place is amazing. We all know it. This is my ode to Joe, what he's built, and extending it through our lens.
I love
There's many layers to that one. There's surprises.
Yeah, it is a new city added on to Chicago, RiotLand, right over there in Bridgeview, which is what this is. This is not a concert. This is not, I don't know what to say, an experience. This is everything, and it sounds like it's everything that was in your head that's on a map right now of how you envisioned Riot Fest someday to become, and that's what is happening with this year, 2024 Riot Fest.
You want to hear some of my favorite parts of this, and this was like, I had a moment. Right? Back in the early 90s, I started writing because of one person. His name is Kevin Smith.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Me, Dogma. Yeah. Right?
Yes.
So, of course, I built in a quick stop in RST video.
Yes.
Of course, if you zoom in into the mall, that's the mall from Mallrats.
Yes.
You know who sent me a video message the first time we communicated that he's down like a clown and wants to be a part of this, and that's why we're having a mall from Mallrats in there, even with the game show, but we're calling it Truth or Mate for now. But
Truth or
quick
Mate?
Stop. Yeah, it was Truth or Date was the original name of what was on Mallrats in the gaming show. Nonetheless,
No, but we're making it
Smith,
right.
Yeah, we're having fun. It's like a Mad Magazine thing. We're like doing Mad Magazine real time with a lot of onion layers. But Kevin Smith instantaneously knew that this is fucking cool.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And there's the first dump of the broadcast. Thank you, Riot Mike. That's the exciting level that it is, and this looks amazing.
So if you're just tuning in, Riot Mike just got very excited because, and this map is up. This map is up. You have to go look at the map of RiotLand for Riot Fest, because if you're not following, it looks like a Simpsons cartoon. It is so colorful. It's so insane. But this is what Riot Fest is turning into, is this RiotLand, and it's a full-blown experience. It's going past festival, okay? It's just becoming this life experience. I have to say, you enter, and it says choose your own adventure as you enter. So, Mr. Mike, walk with me for a second. If we go right to the left when we walk in, there is a building called Carpet Chompers, and I have to know what's happening in that building exactly.
That's part of the mall.
Okay.
Of Mallrats. It is our kind of like Mad Magazine take on Rug Munchers.
Okay.
Everything is an ode. It's a parody within a parody.
Oh, man.
Right? But there is something that is very real on that site. The casino.
Woo!
Now, how's that?
That is real. It's licensed. There is a casino at the festival because it's RiotLand. Now with parking.
Now, right next to the casino, what I'm seeing is a circus, and I can't tell if that's a really cool stage setup or if it's a circus. So
it's a circus.
It's a real
It's
circus.
a circus.
Are there clowns?
Oh, you're going to see variations of clowns from Europe. Just know this. There's also there's a map underneath this, which is just the nighttime map.
Please tell me the clowns go to bed at night.
What becomes good becomes a little bit more dark at night. Sometimes
Oh my gosh, it's going to be scary. I'm so excited. Yes!
Because in the end, what you're not seeing is that the entire activation is actually also a haunted house. And that starts at the 7:15 moment every single day.
Wow.
The things that are not layered in here, because you could only draw so much in here. But we are also turning this into a virtual world, so when people get there, they're completely acclimated.
This is like a badass theme park.
Yeah.
For cool people.
And it gets spooky at night. I'm so excited.
Actually, nerdy people can come too. It's okay. You don't got to be cool. It's fine. We're all the
they're going to let Brian in.
Well, yeah, we're all the freaks and the weirdos, and that's what Riot Fest was built on, with the bands and the music that changed all of our lives. And it's also a big part of that as well. Now, just if you just joined us, Riot Fest, not in Douglas Park now, in Bridgeview, RiotLand, right by the SeatGeek Stadium. Not in the stadium. It will be built, this land, by September. So, Riot Mike, let's see. I know you got a big announcement coming up at 11, but hey.
Hey, buddy, old pal.
Before we get to that,
Yeah.
I think RiotLand I heard it has its own radio station within the town. So if you
Okay.
hit the tower in the back, oh yeah, there's going to be moon tower parties with Q101.
Yeah.
RiotLand's only alternatives.
Okay.
Yes.
So looking at that antenna, I can't help but notice there's a beach. Rockaway
Yeah.
Beach is, first of all, is that a homage to Rockaway Beach in Long Island?
Of course, it's also a wonderful Ramones song, and RiotLand has its own pavilion.
Wow.
Good Lord.
Are you
So
still?
at one point you have Metro, and on the other side you have potentially 3 separate parties each night, one of them being an emo beach party. How about that? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? The things that you don't see that are coming into fruition. This will be 3 months and X amount of days of releasing info like this. And once they're on site, my goal is to have everybody, all the fans, the bands, hopefully, I hope they're impressed right now. I don't know what's going on online.
I'm blown away. This is unreal. The image is up at riotfest.org, by the way, if you haven't seen it. There's so much. Like you said, it's an onion. There's so many layers.
We had to take some of this back because that's why we had to separate what's happening in an hour.
Well,
Now, everybody kind of knows Mike likes to put Easter eggs everywhere, which I do. All of it was already being placed when we announced was it last week or whatever? Nuggets from there to yesterday and in the map. You just have to zoom in. Or maybe we read something and there's an odd word, or maybe even a pulled quote from an awesome movie.
listen.
I feel like I need my glasses.
It's been in front of everybody the whole time.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need to sit down and look at this thing a little more. It's up on, of course, Q101, all of our socials. We put the link from Riot Fest, and you can go to riotfest.com and all of their socials as well to see the picture of RiotLand that exists. And now you're going to be staying here to 11 o'clock, the next announcement of all the bands, unless you can give us one of them
Just
right
like
now.
one
Just give us
band.
one.
One
Me and
band.
Kenzie have been up since 3 a.m.
Come on.
Please.
Well, I have to make it a special one.
Yeah.
Okay? Who? Which one do you pick? I have a ad mat right in front of me.
It's tense.
How about this?
I didn't even make that out. What'd you say?
He said,
How about this?
He's still thinking.
Oh, I thought you said the band.
He's making us sweat.
Oh, that's the greatest band ever.
What do you got, Mike? What do you got?
I will. How about I do this? I will leave you with it's already there.
Right
So,
there.
yeah, kind of. There is something Springfield-ish about RiotLand, at least during the day,
Cheap Trick?
right? And there's certainly a band that would appreciate 2 things at Riot Fest, maybe potentially 3. But one of them would be that they're playing on the Metro stage because we know what that means. 2, they have a fondness for cartoons, especially The Simpsons. And 3, this isn't the first time we've done this. So debate that. It's right in front of you.
Oh, man, I can't think.
We know
Only
that.
at RiotLand. All
All right, Riot
now
Mike.
we're talking.
This is incredible. It's unbelievable what you've accomplished here. The pictures are up at Riot Fest on their socials, and we got links to it from Q101's. And we're going to let you get ready for the big announcement at 11 a.m. And we appreciate you sharing this with us.
I appreciate, just one thing people don't know. I don't know, I'll leave it with this. When nobody was picking up my calls in 2005, when Riot Fest was its seed, Janine from Q101 did. We've been partners ever since because perhaps unlike the Park District, you guys saw something special in what we were doing. So I thank you.
Wow. Wow.
We love you.
Thank you, and we love you.
Likewise.
And listen, we can't wait to hear more at 11 a.m. with Lauren. Stay right here. She will have that information for you the second it's released. Riot Mike, love you, man. Thank you so much.
Likewise. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.